Let us begin to understand construction project schedule. So the step 1 is to understand the time obligation of contract, that is identifying the start and the end date of the project. Any project is time bound. They have a definite start and end date, and we have to plan the entire work within this duration. So the step 2 is identifying the scope of the work, that is what all work to be done. Now in a huge construction project, a project is divided into simpler and manageable tasks. Dividing project scope into work packages consisting of manageable activities to create a work breakdown structure. This we will understand in detail later on. Now the third step, once we know the activities, we need to find the relation between the activities. That is, how completion of one activity depends upon the completion of other activity. For that, let us take a very simple example to understand the relationship between the activity. You observe these two activities.
Marking of plot should be done as per drawings. Excavation. A structural engineer will be needed to determine the depth of the excavation.
Now here we understand the two activity. The first one is marking of foundation and then the excavation. Now our quest is to understand what is the relationship. Once you start the marking of some footing, you can start the excavation of marked footing. So we can say that start of excavation is dependent on the start of marking of footing. Maybe next day of marking you can start the excavation. So that is how we deduce the logical relationship between the activities. Now we understood that once we identify the start date and end date of the project through the contract, and then once we identify the scope and duration of each activity, and after identifying the logical relationship between the activities, we are now equipped with sufficient knowledge to develop a preliminary schedule. Now once we are able to develop this preliminary schedule, then we can do the resource estimate, financial planning, material planning, and monitoring and controlling the project. Now how do we do the resource estimate? That is, what number of labor and machines are required and when are these required. This we can derive from the prepared schedule. We can do the financial planning. Once we know the schedule, we can do the money management to buy material and machine, to pay the rent of the machine, to pay labor and staff wages, to ensure project within awarded contract amount, and to make profit. We can also do the material planning. After making a schedule, we can understand that when and how much material to be purchased, and it aid in material planning. And the primary purpose of a schedule is to control the project. Schedule serves as the basis of project execution and to track project health, project within time and cost. Now you know what is construction project schedule. In next video, we will see simple construction project and will perform these 3 steps. That is, we will understand how to get the start and the end date. We will understand how to get the scope and duration, and how to develop the relationship between the activities.